This type Yom Yerushalmi Terumos Terumos in the article Oz Bahar edition, where the beginning of the Gemara at the top of Samach Chesam Aleph, the beginning of the page, and in the Vilna we're on Daf Lamed Zayin base at the beginning of the Gemara, Achas Tmeah, and it should be a schutz for Yoshvei Eretz Yisrael. We're fighting our enemies, subject to attacks of enemies. Okay, so the Mishnah had begun with discussion of state kupos of towing, and the Gemara begins with discussion of towing as well. So, Tanya, achas mei b'achas story. You have Sav Chuma Torah fell to one of two kupos of chulin. One of them was chulin tamei, one of them was chulin Torah, and there wasn't 100 to mebatel it. So, anyway, talk to mea nafla. I say that the Chuma, even though Chuma is Torah, fell into the chulin tamei, because the limitation we link the limited one, but tie the limited one to the limited one. The chulin tameim are limited, and tamei, and the Truma is limited, even Torah, and that it's Truma. So it's called Kolin HaMakulka. Okay, so this this would we'll say that the Truma fell to the Torah, then it won't be Meduma, it won't be Tame, and now we have one which is Chulin Torah completely, and that's obviously more beneficial to us. That's the more lenient thing. It's the Rabbanan Mekum. Achas medumas, one of them is already meduma, and one is not meduma. One of them has a mixture of truma, and the other one does not. And with the medumas, I say it fell into one which already has a mixture. Achas yesh b'kdeos, one of them has 100 corresponding to 1 felon. Achas ein b'kdeos, and the other is not 100, negate 1 felon. And well also should be she yesh b'kdeos nafla. It fell into one which does have enough to be mala. Even though it says here in the Gemara itself, she'em b'kdei lalos, but that's as in the Kabnaki, they changed the gears, and so the Moshe changed it as well. Okay, so Amar Shlomo Shem Bar Kapara, Shlomo says the name Bar Kapara. V'hu sheyesh b'shnei arov. They both have the majority. In other words, one out of 100, one out of majority. V'chamar abi she'em b'shnei arov. It doesn't matter. Even the same one does not have a rove. Okay, and it's because we're talking about Truma Zman Hazeh, and since we're talking about Rabbanan, so therefore you don't need to have a rove to your bottom no matter what. Even having someone doesn't have a rove, you can say that it fell into the so the Chumah Rabbanan. Rabbanan Hemo Rav Hemo, that you can be told in this case that it fell into one which has shir to your regardless whether the other one is rove or not rove. Okay, so now one has so in the fourth paragraph, halacha zayin, it says, if you had 20 figs for you, one fig or fell into them, and one of those 20 figs got lost. So I'm as fake on butter. Shlomo says now it's a suffix, it's still there, it's butter rove. Nasu kulan hochiach. They all require evidence, meaning they can ask us each one until we can determine that it's definitely chulin, or until it's button on the second rope. Even with just one rope, doesn't need 2 ropes, even though it was definitely meduma at some point. So here, we need do we need a rope also in the second kupa, even though it never was definitely meduma, for the first kupa or not? So, so Shlokish contradicts himself. Tamar Sfeikon Bata Barov. There he says if it's a suffix, it's Bata Barov. In other words, if one fell out, one fell in, the 20, and then one fell out. So we say Sfeikon Bata something Bata Barov. But here he says, no, it's not. You have to have in the second one a rove. It's not good enough that you have a suffix. And one is a suffix whether found to meduma or not. You need to have a rove 101, and that's like They have one and rove in the other one. So the Gemara says it's not a contradiction. Uh, uh, I'm not sure I explain the question very lucidly enough, but there you don't need a rove in second container. You do need a rove in second container. Okay, I'm sure you got the idea. So the Gemara says, not a problem. Tam Romes, Tam Mashen here, there, meaning in the case of the 1 fell to 20, etc., that's he speak himself. Here it's saying the name of Gar Bar Kapora. Bar Kapora is more Mako than Rish Lakish himself. But Chavish does Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Yochanan also seems to Gar himself. Tam Merakul Nasa Ochiach. Over there it says you have to demonstrate that none of them are actually Truma of what's left. But here it says you'll be toilet and assume that it fell into the container which had 100 to 1, even there's no robe in the second one. It says here it's different. Since there are only 2 kupos, and there's a suffix shakel, so therefore, but there, it's 20 to 1, right? So it's not mistarabit to say dafko truma 1 fell. Perhaps it's truma is in the row which are left. So therefore, he can't hear. He can't. There he can't hear. Here's Mako. There is not Mako. Okay, Tanish take group 2 groups. You have 2 containers. Achashul truma. Tmeya, one is truma tmeya. Achashul chulin torah. One is chulin torah. Lava said truma tmeya torah and so truma tmeya fell into one of them. Then you do the azam and nafla, which one? And the Omer said the toshul truma nafla fell into the truma tmeya. Yeah. But the chulin had been nikunim, so which is the way that prevents tumah. According to the tumah, it fell in there, and the way that's explained is you have to make the doughs eat less than a kibetza. So you even say that the of truma tmeah fell into the in the chulin. It can't be makabel. It's not going to be makabel tumah because of the chulin again. Less kabeitz in order that we could say that if the saw fell in, if the saw showed truma tmeah, so truma tmeah fell into there. Each dough doesn't have a kabeitza in of itself the time of the chulin. Which of course is a chumrah, make sure obviously that's who's chul b'tara. But the point is that that which they say that shani omer toilet is only got to be isuzoros. But got to be tuma. We're afraid that maybe it fell into chulin, and therefore you have to make in the kudim, make them let each dough less than a gebetza. Okay, nafla suma truma tahora. But the sub which fell truma Torah, and the Omer said the toshel truma tmeah nafla. I said it fell to the kupa of truma tmeah. The chulin yochlu b'tara, and the chulin should be eaten b'tara. Again, this chomer of those ochlu chulin b'tara. But because again we say that we don't totally has to do with the issue of Zoris, but not legabe tuma and tara. The question is that maybe the Trumatar fell into the chulin, and therefore you have to be careful not to be metabed. Okay, so it's interesting. The Torah is only the gabe zoros, only the gabe, not the gabe tuma. That's what the Gemara is here is saying. Shteiku with achel show truma tmeim, achel show chulin tmeim. If 2 kopos, one of truma tmeim, Torah, one of chulin tmeim, and after saw truma. Torah achas me'en, another saw of truma Torah fell into one of those 2. Maybe it was nafla. I don't know which one. And they went to show truma nafla. So I say, okay, it fell into the truma one. But again, that helps for zoros, but not slave for truma tara. But chul yoktu nekudim, and the chulin should be eaten nekudim. That in case the truma fell into them, they're not going to it's not going to become tamei from the chulin tamei. So that's the beta each loaf. Not if it's a truma tamea, a Torah tamea. If it's a truma, the tamea fell in to one of to Torah, one of tamea, and it's going to be and it's not enough to be vato. It's going to be mafsi one of them, right? So truma tamea is going to be mafsi either the chavis of truma to the kupa of truma Torah or the kupa of chulin toirin. So shtei nasuros. So they're both awesome. So since both of them are going to, no matter which one it falls into, it's going to, it's, I'm not sure exactly. Actually, figure out what it is for a second. Blanking out on that. Main. So it's clear to leave law yesh kan hefse, right? In other words, either way it goes, there's a loss, right? If it fall, if the Truma Torah is going, the Truma Tamea is going to destroy one of the two. It's they both become awesome. Because the Marashach, which way that now which way you talk Truma to not enough love, they found to Truma Aser. So because now they became all the Truma Tmea, the stats of Truma Tmea. You talk Shachlin enough for Aser, but well to Chlin, it's also Aser. Because you have Truma Tmea, and you don't have any bittul, there isn't 100. Lama, so why is this the case? We're just going on previously, why were Machmir on the and Tara. We remember why we call it Chun being the Kudim or Batara, even though we say that the Truma fell into the other container, right? Which is Safik Tame, Safik Meduma Mutter. Because I say Shani Omer, we don't say Shani Marga vis-a-vis Tuma when Truma Tmea fell, and therefore don't see Shani Omer to be Bato the Isser to be the Tame Truma, which is when the Truma Torah fell. You don't say Batuma. You only say it by suffix Meduma. It's the suffix of Zorus. For that, for Meduma, we use it totally. We don't do it for suffix Duma. Since that's the case, you have to be careful for that. Even though you're saying it's not Meduma, it's paradoxical, but it's like Shnei Shvilim. Paradox works here. Even though you say that it fell to the Truma fell to the Truma, but that's only vis-a-vis Meduma, that the other one shall become Meduma, but it's still a problem of issue, and obviously the older abundance here of that it was to Matara, and the Matara we don't say Torah, and therefore you have to be suffix eat everything including. Okay, that brings us to the end of this sugya, so we'll stop here.